Alright, big thanks to Lorada on the High Quota HQ and debit card for initially finding a Jester trap. So, there are two scenarios that you might run into. One, where you have the door here or there, and this area here is perfectly clear, as you can see. The second scenario is that the door will be here. So there are two different traps you'll have to do. One for when the door is there, and the other for when the door is here or there. You can trap Jester, Coilhead, and Butler Bees. So the first one I will be showing off is the Jester trap. I have a zap gun on me. It's important to note that this is on V72, and this will not work if you are using the Pathfinding Lag Fix mod. So when your Jester pops, you're going to want to go from this position and stand and move back. Doesn't matter when you do it, but as long as you do it at some point, he will be trapped. Just like that. Show that off one more time. You're going to want to go right here. Take a couple steps forward. When he pops, you want to go back and against the wall like this. And he'll be trapped. On the client, he may track you a little bit longer, so he may end up more here in the middle from whichever side you started on. But that's still fine. He'll still be trapped. The other way that you can trap him here, which I also found to be pretty consistent, is to do this. Get him winding again. But instead of going there, you're going to start on the top of the stairs. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to walk down all the way. Now, sometimes, it's important to note, sometimes he will simply get stuck there. However, other times that won't be the case. He will not always get stuck there. At least not initially. So, we'll get him there again. Pop him. Walk down like this. Now, this is what happens a large majority of the time. He will go below you. You simply walk forward, walk back, and walk off to the side as you would normally. And he will be stuck. Obviously, as you saw there, I kind of walked a little diagonally, so he ended up being in the middle. But otherwise, if you do it right, he will simply just end up right where you were here and be trapped. Now, for Butler Bees, all the same traps work. However, there is a much easier way that I found to trap them when they following you. So you can simply run up the stairs, run into the wall like this, and run off to the side. And that's it. You're simply going to want to stay there, obviously, until the Butler Bees are in the wall, and you'll be safe. This also works with Jester. If, for example, you had a Jester that had popped a little bit early, you know, couldn't get all the way up there, go a little bit inside of facility, you could have him chase you. You could run into the wall and do this, and it would work all the same. Now, coil heads are a little bit of a different matter. For coil heads, you're going to want to get your coil head flush with the wall. If you're on client, you're going to want to have host inside on the ground somewhere. It is just a little bit more consistent that way. But you're going to want to get your coil head to be about here. Really, anywhere on this wall works. Now, if you're on host, you don't need to jump. If you're on client, you should jump here. It just helps ensure a little bit more consistency. And when you turn around, you won't be able to move. Now, there is something important to note about coil trapping. If you are to just simply do this a bunch of times, he can get out. So it's not a foolproof trap. You do want to be a little bit careful with coil heads. It's also possible for you to trap a coil head and it to push out a jester, or a jester to push out a coil head. So just be wary of that. But yeah. Also very important to note, make sure nobody else is on the ground when you're doing this, or on a spot with no nav mesh. So just make sure everyone else is either, on top of the main door, on a small bookshelf, something like that where there is no nav mesh, just to make sure that the jester doesn't path to them, and instead pass to you. This is the second scenario you might run into. As I had previously mentioned before, sometimes the door will be here. So your normal trapping methods will not work. So what you're going to want to do first for jester, you're going to want to get your jester. I prefer to have the jester come either straight up the stairs, so he could be anywhere else in facility as long as it's not up on the same level as you, or obviously just have him straight in front of the stairs here, winding. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your settings, and you're going to want to make sure you're on 30 FPS. You cannot jump on top of the main door without being on 30 FPS. So then, when your jester pops, you're going to wait for him to run at you, and you're simply going to jump on top of the door. You want to stay still so that you make sure that he doesn't end up going inside, the middle or something else here. I just like to keep him on the edge here, and there you go. He will be trapped. Now, the same applies to Butler Bees if you are doing them. So if you have your Mouse Hornets, Butler Bees, you can simply go here and jump on top. Now, one important thing to note about them and why I wouldn't trap them on this specific layout is that you'll notice that when I go on top of here, I take damage. They can damage you on top of this door, and obviously if I were to go outside and then I were to go back inside, it's possible if you had them a little bit more inwards, they could damage you while you're coming inside, which obviously, isn't really a good thing. So just something to be wary of. Again, for all these traps, make sure that nobody else is on the ground. Now for coil, it's the same thing as before. You get your coil head, go back here. Gonna want to get them there. And then if you're on client, obviously, you're gonna do your jump with the host inside, and he'll be trapped. Now, you really want to make sure that he's here or here, maybe a little bit lower too. Always works. You really don't want him to be here. You can trap him here, but you don't want him to be there. If he was here, he could kill you as you're entering, and obviously that wouldn't be very good. You wouldn't want to die as you're entering the facility. So just be wary of that. Just an important thing to know. And yeah, that's all.